Hello and welcome to the live stream on Monday the 14th of March. I'm here to show you some of the progress we've made today. So the first thing to test is the audio. I'm speaking from the mixer with one of the handheld microphones. The reason why you don't see me at the other end at the podium is because obviously I can't control the mixer while I'm speaking to you, so basically I put a microphone straight to the mixer. But this is me. You can probably hear me on the live stream, but I'm here in the room to tell you that this sound is also coming out through the speakers and it sounds good. Alright, so that's the first thing. Second thing is, as you can see, we have a shot of the camera at the moment. You can see that the projector is working. You can see that the TV is also showing whatever the laptop podium is showing. So let's do a few things. For example, now I'm switching the TV so that we can see the camera on the TV. And if you can see on the right hand side, the TV is switching to the camera. So that's working. That's good. Switcher is working. We're going back to the to showing the laptop podium on the TV. So that's in there. Now I'm going to switch the camera to the laptop podium. Now what you should be able to see is a full screen of the whatever the laptop podium is showing. And I'm going to go to the laptop podium for a second now, and I'm going to play a couple of videos. One is a voice, a lecture, and the other is just a bit of music for background, right? The important thing to notice here is that I'm glad to tell you that the audio that is coming out of the laptop through the mixer to the live stream is a clean feed, meaning that we can play videos and it sounds clean. So let me show you. Let me play these videos for you, and you will be able to hear that they sound pretty good. 1 second.
Change all the time, but they don't like to change themselves because it's very difficult. So the most important goals of education in the 21st century are probably to develop your emotional intelligence and your mental balance, because you will need a lot of mental balance and mental resilience to deal with a very hectic world.
Worn the handle of an old pushing broom, broken bottle shine.
Okay, so I'm back at the mixing desk, speaking from the microphone. I'm gonna switch back to the room. What you heard there is the audio that is coming from the podium, from the HDMI of the podium, and it's coming all the way to the switcher, and from the switcher to the ATEM, and we can hear a clean audio. In the room, we can hear the laptop podium coming out of the projector's speakers. So at the moment, we can hear whatever is being played in the laptop podium. we can hear it through the projector's speakers, but not through the sound system. So that's the one thing I don't think I can help here. But well, I can say that the live stream is picking up a clean audio that works fine. And yeah, well, even the speakers from the projector, they're good enough so that you can hear what's been played in the room. So it's not terrible, but I guess in the future, if there was a way that we could take out the audio from the laptop podium to the sound system, that would be good. Yeah, let's discuss that. You might have noticed that yeah, well, the previous day the projector, the laptop podium was not connecting with the ATEM, and we were talking. We thought that the problem was the HDMI cable, but actually no. I've been playing with the cables all morning, and I think the issue is that one of the switchers in the one of the splitters that we have is a little bit temperamental, and I don't think it could handle several outputs. So what I've done is I have played with it a little bit, and there is an option here to kind of reduce the voltage, and I've left it in a different, a particular setup that seems to work. So I'll explain on the notes how it should be left. But I have the feeling that one of the splitters is just not working quite right, or it might well be actually that when the two of them are working simultaneously together, there is some sort of like overload of voltage, and one of them has to actually send the signal with a lower voltage. It's something it's beyond me, but what I can tell you now is that they're working as they are. And again, I have noticed as well that sometimes the cameras that I'm switching just now, sometimes they switch off. What I mean is the ATEM sometimes doesn't recognize it at the first glance. So you can just switch off the power on and off, and sometimes it just picks it up. So I recommend that we set up the cables how we think we work, and then you switch it on. Again, switch it off and switch it on, and the circuits will work. Okay? So yeah, that's basically the things that we have managed to improve today. We have accomplished to have like a clean audio feed for the HDMI. That was something we were looking forward to do, especially in the context of doing something like any sort of like audiovisual reproduction that you want to do from the laptop podium. Something I want to show you as well is that we have regained control of the camera from the desk, from the ATEM software studio. So if I go now to the camera settings, you can see that I can control the camera from here, because you can't see me, but I can actually see. I can switch the levels. See, I'm actually managing the exposure from the desk, so that's pretty handy. And something else I want to show you is that at the moment we're also getting some audio, some ambient audio from the camera. So the audio setup at the moment is we have a clean feed that goes from the laptop podium to the mixing, to the sound mixing table. We also have ambient audio from the camera through the HDMI to the ATEM, and finally obviously the most important bit, which is the microphones, with the XLRs coming into the audio mixer and out to the ATEM, which is mic 1. And as we have established now, the audio levels are acceptable. There's still a little bit of background noise, I'm not going to lie, from the mixer to the ATEM Mini, and I've played with it, and honestly I think this is the best setup we can have. unfortunately, this mixer doesn't have something that many have, which is something that takes out the low frequencies and kind of get rid of the background noise. This one doesn't have it, which is a pity, but I think we can work with this. Let me show you, just as a final thing, let me show you how you can hear me a little bit. If I go in front of the camera and I shout something, you will not hear me as strongly as with this microphone, but you will hear something, which is the idea of the ambient sound coming from the camera is that it picks up a little bit of room atmosphere, when people are in an event, applauses and things like that. So let me show you. Yep. Sorry. I'm gonna switch the TV to the camera, so I can see myself speaking to you in front of the camera. Hello. I'm gonna take out the mask for a second. I can see myself in the TV. I'm speaking to the camera, and this is just the ambient audio. So definitely the volume shouldn't be as strong as with the microphones, but we should get some level.